Okay, so the title of this video is just for attention grabbing because I like the attention. So if y'all didn't know or didn't care, I live in the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State, way down south. So it's I've listened to like a lot of different kind of older country music, Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Cash, George Strait. I've even listened to a lot of the newer stuff, the Florida Georgia Line. Tim McGraw's not new, but I want to say he's like kind of like there in the center. Billy Currington and a bunch of other stuff. And I do kind of hate country music. The new country stuff is always the same damn thing. They talk about trucks, they talk about beer, they talk about girls, they talk about tractors, they talk about breakups, they talk about sex. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Now, I actually live in Texas. I don't know about a lot of the other, a lot of country singers, like where they live at or what they do. But it's just like, have y'all never met a country girl? Like, have you never met one? Like, I live in the country. Well, technically, I live in the suburbs, but I live in Texas. So I call that country. Anyways, but a lot of country girls aren't just, these small little petite things, with, some big honkers. No. Some country girls are some bigger girls. But you'll have a lot of these country songs, where they talk about, their tight fitting tank tops, or, she came out the water in a bikini, and, all this stuff, which granted, they don't really go into detail about the looks of the person, except for like a few kind of love songs in a way. But it's like, I've lived here for 8+ years or so. I've seen all kinds of body sizes. I've seen little short things. I've seen some pretty big girls like me. I'm 6'2" or so, and I've seen some girls that are as tall as me or taller. I've seen some little itty bitty thin girls, some big old girls. I've seen all kinds of. Country girls don't just come in, thin, kind of, your stereotypical good looking country girl to where, they got big old boobies and, they got like, little things sticking out and they got the booty shorts on and they're just, they don't always come like that. There are some like that, but they don't always come out like that. So I feel like a lot of them don't even know what a country girl looks like. Like I said, there's all kinds of different, girls out there. Different looks. You could even find some country girls out here born out in the boonies, and you may not know it because they don't dress like it, they don't sound like it, whatever. And another thing that annoys me about, like, I guess you could say modern country, or what I've heard gets that what it's called is like bro country, which makes sense. It's like some shit you'd be like at like a bonfire or something with your boys with, having some beer, and you put on some Florida Georgia Line. I forget what was it. Roll my windows down or something like that, and it makes sense. It's stupid country music, but it's stupid because it's always the same thing, man. Like Jason Aldean in one of his songs, he like raps country. You know what I mean? And to me, that's kind of stupid. Like there are some rappers out there who do it in a kind of like a country. You got Upchurch, you got Struggle Jennings. I think Jelly Roll did a few things like that. Upchurch. I'm pretty sure even Second Chance has done a few kind of country rap songs in a way. But a lot of them I want to say are stuck in that, and they don't just like do it like a strictly. It has more of like a, it's more hip hop, but it has like a very strong kind of country tune to it, rather than just having the banjo plucking in the background and be like, my baby loves me 'cause she crazy. It's some of the stupidest things I can imagine. Like when he's like, come on down to my woods, down to my hood, and I'm like, you're comparing the hood to woods. Beyond having a D and two O's in the word, they're not similar in any way, unless the hood is out in the woods. You know, it just doesn't make any damn sense to me. I've listened to a few other. They call it dark country or like rock country or some other stuff. Blues Sacramento, and a few other ones to where it's like, it sounds like some stuff you like hear in a, old Wild West movie, actual country sounding stuff with a little bit more aim towards, like, I want to say like gunslinging and stuff rather than, a hard life like you would hear in a few uh, older country singers. But it's just some of that stuff just gets on my damn nerves. Like Billy Currington's Good Directions. Like, I was sitting on the side selling stuff, and then a girl came up from Hollywood, and I saw her, and I thought, God damn, that girl right there is pretty. And then she drove up, and like, oh, it could have been true love. I'm like, maybe you looked at her for 2 seconds, homeboy. That was not true love. That shit, it just makes me frustrated, man. I get frustrated with that stuff because it just, to me, it doesn't make any damn sense. I don't believe in that love at first sight deal. I don't think it's real. I think it's just kind of something, in fairy tales. I believe you can get like an attraction to somebody, whether it be physical or personality wise, but I don't think like you see the person for 1 second, you're like, I loved you. Yeah, I just don't see that as being a thing. But a lot of these country songs do the same thing to where she thinks my tractor's sexy. And like, I can goddamn guarantee you most of the country girls have way better trucks and tractors than you do. I have seen some itty little bitty things popping out of giant freaking monster trucks. It's not a thing now to where country girls just kind of they got them big dresses on and they're just sweeping or they're churning butter or whatnot. No, that ain't a thing no more. These country girls, they do the mud and they do, like, I went to a freaking rodeo a few months back and have seen these girls rope them cows and do all that stuff. A lot of these girls have put all these country singers to shame. That's the best part about this. I remember a song years ago in high school. I don't remember what the girl's name was. She was a country singer, but I don't remember what her name was. But the song was like, we're not going to fall in love with you just because you got a truck, or we're not that easy. Because a lot of these, these bro country songs are just like, this girl wants to sleep with me because I got a big old truck, or I'm sitting out here on my tractor, and for whatever reason, this one particular girl, like the farmer's daughter song, it's like, I fell in love with the farmer's daughter, and I'm like, do you really think like she would just fall in love with you in 5 seconds or something like that? I don't know. Because a lot of these country songs just come from the man's perspective, so I want to say it's just something more like, I fell in love with the farmer's daughter, but she didn't fall in love with me and called 911 because I was stalking her through the window. That's what it more like seems like. Because to me, it doesn't make any damn sense for every country song to be like, I seen a girl, she seen me, we kissed, we're in love. It's like, that's not even how a relationship starts, unless you're just a friends with benefits sort of deal. But you just have it to where it's like, they do the same things. It's just like, I pulled up in my truck and I jumped out, and this girl just came flocking right over to me. She just came right over to me and just dropped her knees and was like, please let me be your girlfriend. I love your damn truck. It is so goddamn sexy. No, that would never happen. Because I'm going to say 95% of the time, these girls will have bigger trucks, bigger tractors, bigger personalities, and have a lot more country in them than a lot of these so-called country singers. I personally just feel they're singing country. They're not actually country. They're just singing like kind of what some of those, douchebag country boys want to hear of, like, oh, like, I have a crap personality. I am the terrible ass person, but she likes me because of my truck. That's it. That's all she likes about me. And her liking my truck is the only reason she likes me. But she ain't gonna touch it. She ain't gonna get to drive it. Women got to stay up there in the kitchen and make me a sandwich like women should be. But she likes me because of my truck. Buddy. Maybe it's just me. I've seen quite a few people on Reddit say the same thing about country music, to where it all kind of just falls down into those categories of trucks, beer, drinking, whatever. And it's just like, I'm glad some people agree with me, because this is a heated topic for me, and I find it annoying. Because I know for damn certain, just because you got a truck doesn't mean that girl's going to like you. And I can almost guarantee you, like my aunt, she's a big old country lady. And she's hands down way more country than freaking Jason Aldean, Billy Currington, freaking Tom Goodston. I don't know. I couldn't think of a third. Anyways, there's my rant. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.